And I don't even know how running the mower they didn't notice. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean Green Lawn Service in beautiful South Georgia. Hope y'all having a great day. Just doing a quick intro for a wild day at the shop today. Hope you enjoy. If it can break, it will. Man, you ever heard that term, can't win for losing? That's the kind of week we've had. Check it out. I took it back up to the dealer. Elro come to me, the belt's off at the college yesterday. This stuff's laying on the deck. I thought the bolt had broke. It looked like it's broke, but it's not. I took it by the dealer and he said, all it does is slide in. So that's a tensioner pulley, and it slides in. These two little plastic tracks down here, you probably can't see them, but I was like, oh yeah, man, I forgot about it. That thing's got to be able to move. So I said, I'll just take it home and fix it. But I got another problem with it. Anyway, let me get this thing on, see if I can get the belt on. Then I'll show y'all what the other issue is. All right, I don't know what the deal is here. I think something might have been left out. And I don't even know how running the mower they didn't notice that. Just as soon as I put it on the trailer, I heard it pop. Sometimes, dude, you don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? You don't know. I'm just gonna laugh, man. I'm just gonna fix it. I'm just gonna fix it, I reckon. I mean, I don't know if a spacer's left out, the bearing popped out. I mean, I have no idea. And then I have no idea how that could not be noticed by the guy running it. Maybe it just happened when I went to put it on the trailer. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, there's no way it could have been. I don't see how it could have possibly been that loose. Although you don't notice that when it's running, it don't move as much unless you turn. But I don't know. I'm gonna take it off and look at it. All right. So here's the issue. In part, there's absolutely no grease in it. None. Something's missing. They're supposed to be shims that go against this. You got to have spacers. You put the bearing in, look at that, there's the bearing stuff down in there. See, when these bearings, I mean, I've changed enough of them to know, when you put them in and seat them like that, they usually have either a seal that goes around. See, the dust covers are messed up. I don't know if I got any or not. Now, I don't want to insult anybody's intelligence, because I know some of y'all know more about this stuff than I do. Probably a lot of y'all. But I'm going to show you how this is supposed to look. I'm going to show you how it's supposed to look versus how it looks. Alright. So here's the other tire I just pulled off. Dust cover, which isn't tore up. Spacer. And what that does is that holds the bearing in place. And then you got the seal here too. You got the seal around the outside, and there's the actual bearing down in there. So this holds the bearing in place. You got that seal around it, keeps trash from going in, especially when you got nasty stuff like this. This one here It ain't got none of it. Got the bearing. So it's missing the seal and the spacer. I'm gonna see if I got the stuff here to do it, because I need my mower, you know. That's how it works, man. Just gotta roll with it. All right, it's now 1:45 in the afternoon. Got the X1 in here changing oil on it. I just left this thing tore down. I ordered the parts. They'll be here sometime this week. I mean, I could have took a tire off the X1 and put on here, but it don't really matter. I mean, this is a better machine, but I'm just gonna wait and get the parts in and fix it. So they'll have the Super S. I've already changed the oil in it. I got it sitting out there ready to go back on the trailer. Cleaned it up a little bit. New blades, or sharp blades, and kind of nice to get the stuff back down to my shop. I still kind of got a mud hole here though. Tracking in a lot of mud coming in and out. So once I get a mower out, I blow it out and start back over. So anyway, I'm getting the oil changed in this one, get it loaded up, and got the air filters cleaned out, all that kind of good stuff. So we'll put the blades on here. Oh, and 003 hit a drain cover or something yesterday. And one good thing about this X1 is if you hit something with the blade, it'll spin the bolt back off. Problem is, it spun the bolt back off, but he couldn't find it. So these got the stump guards on them. So on the Super Z, I took off, and I got to figure out where I put it. Somewhere I done set it down in all this junk. I took a bolt and the washer off so I can put it on the X1. I did notice the X1 right here. Y'all probably ain't gonna be able to see this. It's got a little crack right there in that belt. I don't know if I got another belt for it or not. Anyway, that's the way it goes, man. That's the way it goes. Always something. So yeah, I got to find that other bolt, because I'm gonna put sharp blades on the X1, have it ready to go for them. So I ordered the seals, the spacers, the dust covers. I ordered all the stuff I needed, and I ordered 2 bolts and 2 washers, just so if this happens again, I got one on hand. So anyway, that's what we got going. Gonna be an all-day Saturday. With everything that's gone wrong, something was bound to go right. The bolt is snapped off in the spindle, flush. So I said, well, I don't have an easy out set, but I said, well, I'll go ahead and drill it. And I started drilling, and my bit got stuck, and I put it in reverse, and look at that. Can you believe it? Oh man. Make sure everything's good. Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Something was bound to go right out of all the trouble I've had. So praise the Lord for that. You know, I was like, oh my goodness. So I was gonna try to get a hole drilled in it, and I've got a couple of neighbors. I'm sure one of them's got an easy out. Y'all cover your ears. Oh, and while I'm showing you problems, I might as well go ahead and show you one more. Hey, Darla. Say, Darla's not a problem. The guy said, hey, man, I think the heat shield on the muffler's rattling on the exhaust or something. Then the other day, they washed the truck, and I guess 003 crawled up under it. Now, if y'all remember when I did the fuel tank on this thing, it's been, this thing's probably been up north some. That's not supposed to be like that. So I guess this thing has, and you can see some rust on all this exhaust stuff. Everything else under here looks pretty good, but the exhaust. So I guess you got a muffler there and a muffler back here. So I'm not even sure what that's for. And I looked online and I couldn't find this piece. And I'm sure the rest of it's going to eventually, you know, rust out. So I thought about trying to get that bolt off. Look, I probably had to cut all that off because it's rusted. I don't know if I could just get me a piece of pipe to go from here to here for now. I don't know, man. Eventually I'll probably have to replace the whole thing. Tell you something, man. Like I've told y'all. Oh man, y'all going out making $1,200, $1,500 some days. I wish. All right. I wish. It's expensive to keep this stuff running. I mean, it's always something, either with a mower, with a truck, trailer, tires. It's always something. So I need to run up here to the house real quick. I'm gonna see. I got a belt under there that's a brand new belt. But I'm sure I can't see the number on this. So I'm gonna see if that belt, I'm pretty sure I got a belt for this thing. I bought belts, drive belts and deck belts for everything I owned back during COVID, because I needed something one time and it took like 2 weeks to get it. And I was like, man, I can't live like that. So what I did is I went on up there, I just ordered one drive belt, deck belt for everything I owned at the time. And I said, I'll just put them in my shop, and that way if I need them. And I used to have labels on them. I got, that one's there, and I got a couple more up in the other shop. And even if I don't have a new one, I've probably got to use one that I took off and put on. So I'll just have to check and see. And anyway, this only got to get them through about a week. And then, you know, we should have, I imagine them parts probably come in Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll get the Super Z back going. But I'm gonna probably put this on trailer with me. I gotta do something with that old Super Z. I love it, but it just runs so rough. I've always had trouble with that thing. Some of my mechanics on here might be able to help me out. I wonder if the valves don't need to be adjusted, or if it's that vacuum fuel pump. So it'll run really good for about 20, 25 minutes, and then it gets to spitting and sputtering like it's got water in the fuel or something. And it does that pretty consistently. So I've never adjusted the valves on it. I know everybody that really knows a lot about Kawasaki said, you got to adjust the valves, you got to adjust the valves, you got to adjust the valves. So I might need to learn how to do that. I don't think it'd be all that hard, but then again, who knows? I watched a guy do drywall one time, but it's not as easy as it looks. All right, let me get up here to the house. All right, YouTube posse, 3:30. Probably come down here about 9 o'clock this morning, so 6.5 hours. I think that's enough for a Saturday. Still got to load my truck up, my trailer. I got the V-Ride here. I got the Super Z here. I did work a little bit. I've been moving this dirt around. And of course, now I got a low spot in here I'm gonna have to deal with when it rains. I did dig me a hole back there to drop the pump in. I got to get all this taken care of, but I need to get a couple of loads of dirt. But what I've been doing is I had like 4 inches maybe of sludge. So I just dug it out. I'm gonna get me a couple of more loads of dirt and put in here and build this back up, I guess. And then try to find something to put on it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm about to go to the house and I guess upload a video. I got a couple. I don't know what you're gonna get when, but just haven't been putting out many videos, man. I get home in the afternoon, I'm tired. I don't feel like messing with it. Well, I need to put the truck back under the shelter. But anyway, that's what we got for today. So appreciate you watching. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from Him.